Hey everybody, it's Psychic Me. Sorry, my little impromptu stand fell over. I think it's gonna fall over again. There we go. Hey everybody, it's Psychic Medium Blair Robertson coming to you from beautiful Port Colborne, Ontario on Canada Day. So yes, I am wearing the same red shirt that I've been wearing the past couple days. I have decided to just shoot a quick little video. I don't have a lot of time today because it's Canada Day and the family's just about to come over, and we're going to be doing some family stuff, which people usually do on Canada Day, which is a family type of thing, day to do. And I suspect we'll be seeing some fireworks later on tonight. But I don't know what's going on because I'm just a passenger. It's Wendy's family, so they're making all the decisions on this. I just wanted to shoot this because this is so important. I've been talking to a few people just privately, both friends, family, and some other people, clients, that have found this to be very, very helpful. So here's a little technique that I want to teach you guys. I'm just going to be really quick. I might take some questions. We'll see. How many of you are feeling pain? How many of you are feeling the great sense of loss from the loss of a loved one? How many of you are missing your deceased loved ones? Send some thumbs or some hearts or whatever. Post them up here right now. We've got 52 people on. It's early. I normally do these broadcasts in the afternoon. We usually get a little bit more people. But I really wanted to shoot this before I either forgot it or got caught up on other stuff. I didn't want to wait another week to share this with you. Now, next question is, there's all the thumbs, there's all the hearts. Good morning to everybody. Hi, everyone. Hello. Listen, here's how it works. This is a live broadcast. It'll turn into a replay that you can watch later on. Again, it'll help you. It'll heal you. Listen really closely. Oops, let me just adjust that. There we go. My thing is slipping here. My phone is balanced on two fake candles on a dining room table here. Okay, listen. Too many people stay stuck in pain, and that's the reason why most, not all, but most of these forums and groups and stuff like that, for people who have lost loved ones, and you go into the group and they usually have a discussion page, or if it's on Facebook, you got the comments, and people will post stuff like, I'm really missing my dad. It's so sad that he was eaten by a bear up in Algonquin Park a couple of years ago. And then people are like, oh, it must be so hard. Oh, it's all sadness. There is no recovery mechanism. Now, I'm not saying all of them are like that, so please don't write me hate mail and blah, blah, blah. Because number one, I don't read the hate mail. Corey gets rid of it. And number two, there's always going to be that one person that will always whine about everything. And you might as well just find my name and just unfollow me and go somewhere else. Listen, I'm talking about the people who will keep you big. They're not doing it on purpose. Keep this in mind. I don't believe for a minute that when people set these sites up, that they're trying to foster pain, but they do. They do. And some of you may be experiencing this. So a lot of people don't realize this, and this is one of my very good friends that pointed this out. Blair, you don't talk about how you used to be a hypnotist. I used to do hypnosis shows at the colleges, universities, high schools, corporations. I used to do fun stuff, get the people up on stage, hypnotize them. I used to have a best-selling audio on stop smoking, relaxation, back in the days when they had audio. Remember the tapes? That's what made me my living for a long time. I used to do psychic stuff as well, but that made me my living. And my friend said to me, teach them that swoosh technique. And I thought, holy cow, I haven't thought about that in years. And it just came to me. So I've got something really cool for you. And hear me out. I'm going to need you. I know that this is Facebook. And I know that according to the stats, when I read my Facebook page stats, that most people watch 15 seconds of a video and then they bail to go watch a cat video. They bail on that. So focus, guys. Listen to me. If you have a phobia, let's say you have a phobia of snakes. Let's say you have a phobia of snakes. You're absolutely terrified of snakes. The snakes scare the living crap out of you. Like just the thought of a snake. Just work with me for a minute. Just think about this just for a second. You're terrified of a snake. How do you stop that? What ends up happening is your brain tends to run loops. Your brain tends to run loops. Hear me out on this, guys, because we're going to be talking about how to heal yourself. I got a powerful technique for you that really works. And nobody else is talking about this. I guarantee it. Nobody else is talking about it. So let's say you're scared of snakes. So I don't know, like a cobra comes to my mind right now. Cobra, the ones that go in their necks flatten out and they bite you and all that stuff. Here's what happens. Your brain tends to run a loop. It just runs it over and over and over and over and over and over again. You see a thing on television, oh my God, I'm scared of snakes. You even think of a snake, oh my God, I'm scared of snakes. How do you stop that? The way you stop that is you break the loop. You have to break the loop. So I'm going to teach you a technique. A lot of people incorrectly credit Tony Robbins for this, but Tony Robbins got this from a guy named Dr. Richard Bandler, and it's an old hypnosis technique. Okay? It's an old technique. You can use this on anything, but we're going to use the snake as an example. What I want you to do, just pretend you're afraid of snakes. Maybe you're not, but if you are, this is going to help you. All right? This is going to help you. You're going to picture right off the bat, if you're using your iPhone, just use this. Just use this as an idea. I want you to visualize the most terrifying snake you can. So maybe it's a boa constrictor. Maybe it's a cobra, whatever. Just think of a really terrifying snake. Okay? The more terrifying that you can make it, the better it will be. Seriously, work with me. And it's like, oh, I'm scared of snakes. Work with me. See that snake. I used to do this at colleges when I would be sometimes asked to do a show and a lecture. I would get a person to come up and I would show how fast it worked. I would demonstrate how fast it worked. Now, put that out of your mind for a second. Just put it away. Wipe it away. Oh, thank God. I don't want to think of snake. Now, I want you to think back to when you used to watch the Flintstones, Bugs Bunny or whatever, and make up the funniest looking snake you possibly can. Go crazy with it. Now, I've always liked Sylvester. You know, Sylvester was like a really dumb cat. You know, remember Sylvester and, I thought I'll put a cat. Just think of a really funny looking snake. Think of a snake with big monster eyes. Like he's got huge eyeballs sticking out. And they're Marty Feldman eyes. Like they're not even like looking the straight way. Remember Marty Feldman? Maybe some of you are too young to remember that. Think of that. Think of him as having like a weird mouth, okay? And, his teeth are crooked. They're all like, he's got two fangs, yeah, but they're crooked and they're bent, and his tongue's hanging out to the side of his mouth. Just think of it as crazy and as silly as you possibly can. Now, this snake is really dumb. He's a really dumb snake. And the more you can make it fun, the more you can make it so that it puts a smile on your face. See, somebody's already posting some smiley faces. I don't know who that is, but they're doing it already. As soon as you can see that, all right? As soon as you can see that, make it big, make it small, make it ridiculous. Now, instead of like a terrifying brown or green or weird colors, this is a snake that's so stupid, he's hiding in the bushes, but he's phosphorescent orange. Like he's so dumb, he's hiding and it's like, I'm going to sneak up on you. And he's like, just make it as dumb, silly, and stupid as you possibly can. Did Blair Robertson just say stupid? Yes, I said stupid. Make it something that is so ridiculous, it just makes you smile. This is a terrifying snake that's really stupid, funny, hilarious, weird looking. Put a hat on him if you want, like a happy birthday hat. He's hiding in the bushes. He's trying to scare you into like, happy birthday, but he can't even hide in the bushes. Make that, okay? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to listen to me before we do this. I want you to imagine you got the big screen on your camera or if you're on your iPad or whatever. I want you to or you're at a movie theater, big giant screen. In a moment, you're going to put what scares you on that screen. Really huge, like really big. Make it big. And then have you ever seen on television where they do the swoosh technique? There's Liz says with polka dots. Yeah, do it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to do like they do on television. Sometimes they'll have like a little thing and it'll swoosh in. like another picture will like start off in one corner and it will just swoosh in and it'll be a different picture. Maybe they're talking about flooding on the news and all of a sudden it swooshes in. It's a special effect that they use on television. They've been using it for years. So what you're going to do is you're going to visualize what scares you. Okay. In this case, a terrifying looking snake. Go back to that snake. Go back to that snake. See that terrifying snake right now. And I mean, really process it. See that cobra, that terrifying cobra. It's about to bite you. And it's terrifying. And it's on a giant screen, so it's not just small. I mean, this thing could eat you if it was that big. See it really large, okay? And feel that fear, okay? Feel that fear right now. Feel that fear. I'm using a snake as an example, whatever. And then all of a sudden, I want you just to take your finger in your mind and just go swoosh. And all of a sudden, that little funny picture is going to swoosh, take over the huge screen, and it's going to be that dumb, silly, stupid, idiotic, bonehead snake that is phosphorescent, Marty Feldmanized, teeth all bent over, tongue hanging out. And I want you to notice when you do this, swoosh, I want you to notice how it immediately makes you feel. I want you to notice how all of that fear just turns into like, you will mess up that loop that's in your brain. Try it right now. Try it right now. See that big giant snake you're in a movie theater. You're in a movie theater with one of those giant screens. Big terrifying snake. Feel it. Feel it. Be scared. Let it. Some of you might have, I've had people up on stage where they're actually breaking out in a sweat. Breaking out a sweat. Spiders, all those things. And then swoosh. Then the funny image comes to your mind. Okay? See that. Notice how that makes you feel better. Notice how it makes you feel better. So you're probably sitting here, 81 of you, a bunch of people are bouncing in and out. Maybe you're joining me late. You're probably wondering, why the heck are we talking about snakes and spiders and stuff like that when you're supposed to be a psychic medium and talking to me about dead people? Listen, here's what I want you to do. I want you to do it this weekend. For us Canadians, I'm a Canadian, for those of you who don't know that. I live in the United States. We're up here visiting family. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? We're spending the Canada Day weekend with family. It's going to be great. Fireworks, all of that good stuff. But for a lot of you, you guys are going into, if you're in the United States, you're going into the July 4th Independence Day weekend. Happy everything to all of you folks. For the rest of this long weekend, and for most of you, for the rest of this long weekend, if you can work that fast, I've already said Jan Hall says rattlesnake, smoking a big cigar, big red head, polka dots, big yellow wig. There you go. That's how it works. You got it, Jan. Kate says tried with snake. It didn't work yet with a spider. See the spider with big giant rubber galoshes. You know, the rain boots on. Imagine it's having a really bad hair day. Imagine it's having a really bad hair day. Imagine its eyes are all different colors of the rainbow. Imagine it's pink, blue, and green. Whatever. Do whatever you have to do to make that spider look really funny. The more you can make it look funny, the better it will be. Guys, listen. Instead of spending the weekend going on to these support sites that all they do is reestablish the pain of the loss of your loved one. I just joked earlier on, but let's keep it light today. Let's keep it light today, okay? Imagine your family member or buddy got eaten by a bear or a crocodile, whatever. Just make it funny, just to keep this with some levity today. Instead of going to one of these online forums and focusing and just reliving the pain over and over and over and over and over again, ask yourself this, and I want you to answer me right now. I want you guys all to answer me right now. How many of you think your deceased loved ones want you to stay in pain? How long do you think your deceased loved ones want you to stay in pain? Sure, listen, if your relative died yesterday, they understand that you're in pain, okay? They get it. They get it. They're not upset with you if you're crying today. They won't be upset if you're crying tomorrow or a week from now or even 2 weeks from now. But if you're one of those people that I see on my page sometimes, it breaks my heart, guys. It breaks my heart to see this stuff. When somebody says, I'm missing my dad who died in 1983 and my whole life has been ruined and every day is just living hell, and I'm going to say that they're not happy with you being in that state. They're just not. Put yourself in their shoes. There we go. Liz says, no, they want us to be happy. Sandra says, no, they do not. Jan Hall says, no, they don't. Lorna says, none of them. Laura says, my mom would not want me to be in pain at all. She always believed to move on and relive the happy times, which is taking the wind out of my sails there, Laura. Just about to talk about that. So we're all in agreement. So why do we stay in that loop? It's just because that's the way the brain works. And when you go on to some, I'm not saying they all are, and it's the same thing with grief counselor. If you've been going to a grief counselor for 5 years, you've been going too long and they're making lots of money off you. Okay? They're making lots of money off you. I'm just saying. It's your money. You can stay in grief or you can look at it from their point of view. You can use the swoosh technique. I don't know of anybody else. And go ahead, by all means, don't do this. Post the name of some other medium that is teaching you how to heal. Most of the mediums that are out there right now are trying to keep you in pain, folks. Because if you're in pain, you're going to keep coming back and seeing them again and again and again and again. I want to heal you guys. Listen, there will always be lots of people that will need my services. Lots of people who are always going to want to come back to me. But my job is when you come to me to get rid of you. My job is to heal you, to get you moving on in your life, not to keep you stuck. So do this. Use the same swoosh technique. Right now, all of you, pick somebody that you're really missing. And this shouldn't be hard. This would be just, whoever it is. It might be your spouse. It might be your child. It might be your best friend. It could be anybody. It doesn't matter. Pick the one that's hurting you the most. Right now, pick the one that's hurting you the most. Now, right now, be totally honest. I want you all to be transparent here. I want you to be transparent. Be honest. How many of you in the past week have been reliving painful moments? How many of you have been obsessing on how they died? How many of you had the misfortune? It's a blessing and a curse to be there when somebody takes their last breath, because there's this thing called the death rattle. And it's a horrible way of the body dying. It's like a car running out of gas. It's a horrible thing. So if you've been there to see your mom, dad, husband, wife, whatever, see them take their last breath, it's a horrible memory that gets burned into your mind. Very, very powerful. How many of you have been obsessing with that this week? How many of you have been feeling like, oh, I have all of these things that I wish I could have done. I wish I had done this. If only that, if only this. How many of you? There we go. Me. I'm getting all kinds. There we go. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take the most painful memory that you've been obsessing with. Which is the one that pops into your head all the time? Maybe it was a death rattle. Maybe it was, if I only had been there in time, I could have saved them. Maybe it had been if I only had made them not leave. My son would be alive today if he had stayed in with me, but he drove that car and got into that accident. Whatever it is, visualize that right now. Now I want you to put yourself in that person's shoes, and I wish you to do this. I'm wishing it. I can't tell you. I'm wishing you. What do you think they want? They want you to be thinking of the happy times, the good times. We all have to get to the heavenly realm by physically dying. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, They don't obsess with how they got there. If I had been run over by that car and died 5 years ago, I wouldn't be in heaven going, oh, I got run over by a car. My life was cut short. I'm so sad, God. I'm so sad, Jesus. I'm so sad, Mom and Dad. I'm so sad. Oh. No, I wouldn't. I'd just be the guy over there that got run over by the car. I'd probably be pretty popular. You got run over by a car in a restaurant? So what I want you to do is I want you to think of one really happy memory. It doesn't have to be a big memory. Just one happy memory. Okay? Do that right now. Just one. Just pick one. It doesn't matter what that happy memory was. Was it a dinner out that you had? Was it a special time that you had? Was it the time that you met? Your first romantic encounter? It doesn't matter what it is. But think of something really happy where you and this loved one experienced true joy and happiness. Something that puts a smile on your face ordinarily. If you're in deep pain right now, and I've talked to her about this, there's a lady that comes to my group sessions. She always has like a sad face, and she can't figure out why nobody comes through to her. And I've said to her many times, you have to let that go. And she's struggling with that. Fair enough, that's okay. She's struggling. We all have our thing. But pick what you think they would want you to remember, okay? Got it? Do the swoosh technique. Right now, work with me, guys. I got 80 of you on here. Hopefully, hundreds will watch this later on, okay? Think of this. I just see right now. So, there we go. What I want you to do is I want you to take that most painful memory that you have, okay? See it on a big, giant screen. See it on a big giant screen, that big movie theater. See it. See it. Visualize whatever that was. Maybe it was, you couldn't get there in time. Whatever it was. Maybe you were driving to the hospital and they died on the way there. I don't know. But take that and put that on a big giant screen. Okay? Feel that pain. And you should be an expert at this because you've been doing it. You just admitted you've been doing it for the past week. Now do like I did before. Just take your hand and swoosh. Take that small screen, make it fill up that big screen to that happy, beautiful, wonderful thought that you were just thinking about. Do it. Do it. Swoosh. A really happy, fun, good time that you know your deceased loved one wants you to be focusing on. Do that now. Got it? There you go. Now, you can't just do it one. I'm going to be talking next week in my newsletter about one and done. I'm getting really tired of people that teach this kind of stuff, the one and done. This is not going to happen just once and be done. You're not going to be able to go to cat videos next and be healed. This is something that needs to be done repeatedly. What I want you all to do right now is go back right now, boom, to that bad, painful memory, the one you've been struggling with all this week. The guilt, the bad, sad, whatever it is. Picture it again. Feel it, guys. Really feel it. I want you right now to be feeling sad. I want you to feel pain. I want you to feel guilt. Whatever it is, do it. The greater the pain and guilt or sadness, whatever it is, you've been doing it all week, so you're experts at it. Do it right now. Visualize that on screen. Close your eyes if you have to. Just see whatever that image is. Okay? Got it? Got it? Good. Swoosh. See that big, beautiful, happy memory and absorb it in. What I want you to do is see that image right now. And what I want you to do is I want you to imagine you got controls like on your phone or TV. I want you to make it brighter. I want you to make it happier now. Do it. Brighter. Happier. So you're already happy at this thought. Maybe it was a date. Maybe it was a trip. Maybe it was someplace. Maybe it was someplace that something totally ridiculous and just asinine happened. I was talking to my son-in-law. My son-in-law, when he came to Sedona, he's alive, but he came to Sedona and we went to a pub, an Irish pub. And we had a bunch of beverages. We weren't drunk, but we didn't want to have to drive. So we Ubered it there. And then after we were done, we were there till the bar closed. We asked an Uber driver to take us back to the hotel. He took us to the wrong hotel, dropped us off, and we realized, oh my God, we're at the wrong place. We ended up walking all the way back to the correct hotel, which was the opposite end of Sedona. It took us 2 hours to walk back. And we were just the other night laughing about this. That would be one of he's still alive, my son-in-law. But we just laughed and laughed about that last night. We were just laughing and laughing. So if I was dead and he was feeling sad, I would want him to think of that. I'd want him to think about that. I'd want him to be laughing, going, oh my God, Blair and I, how stupid could we be? We weren't even poop-faced. I'd want them to do that. So do that. See that. Make it brighter. Make it happier. Fill it up with more joy. Do it again. Go back. Let's do it one more time. Everybody, do this one more time. Do this. Karen, if you're laughing and crying at the same time, it means it's working. It means it's working. Okay? Do it again. I want you to think of the most painful memory. Whatever you've been struggling with this week with that one loved one, whatever it is, think of it. See it on the screen. Visualize it. Feel that pain. The guilt. The sadness. Okay? Here we go. Get ready. 1, 2, and 3. Swoosh. Now, you got this big, beautiful picture on your screen. Happiness, joy. And it should be brighter because a few moments ago you made the image brighter. Ask yourself this right now as you're feeling good. What I want you to do is I want you just to turn off that television or turn off that projector if you're in a movie theater or that screen. Turn it off and leave with that happy thought right now. And ask yourself this. Isn't this what your deceased loved one wants for you? Isn't this what your deceased loved one wants for you? Don't you think they want you to be happy rather than sad? For me, up here, it's the Canada Day weekend. For those of you in the United States, it's the Independence Day weekend, July 4th. We're all going to be celebrating all across North America. Do they think they want you dragging your butt, long, sad face, tears dripping on the floor all weekend long about how they're not here and they are there because love never dies? Love never dies. They're there with you. Don't you think that, would you prefer to hang around with a sad ass person whose ass is dragging on the ground, moping and, or would you like to spend some time with a person that's fun and happy, got some fun stories? Of course you would. Of course you would. So this is me coming to you to kick you on the butt, smack you on the face, wake you up. Focus on the happy, focus on the positive, and take it and run with it. Carol Ann Brewer says, I've been struggling for a very long time, and this has helped me today. But guys, it's not just for today. I don't want you just to do this one and done. I did it once. One of the things that drives me nuts is people will say stuff like, I tried it once, I felt a little bit better, but I didn't feel perfect instantaneously, so it didn't work, so I'm not going to. It's something that you're going to have to keep doing. I challenge you, Blair Robertson, psychic medium. I'm not the #1 medium in North America. I'm not. There's a television medium that gets a much bigger following than I do. But I am the #2 world's greatest psychic medium. And I chose to take the #2 position because nobody else is fighting for it. There's about 400 people claiming to be the #1 medium in North America, but nobody's claiming to be #2, so I'm taking that spot, okay? I'm the #2 psychic medium in the world and in North America, whatever works best for you. And I'm handsome too. You got that going for you. Listen, I want to heal you, but you got to take this and you got to do it again and again. Well, how do I know when I should be doing it, Blair? Great question. Great question. Linda, no, you're not going to cry every time. But you're crying already, right? So if you're crying already and you're sad already, this is going to just be like a springboard for you. Here's how you will do it. Listen to me, guys. Once I get you this part, you're done. I should post this on YouTube as well. Actually, that'll be a great idea. I will take this video and post it on YouTube. Listen, when do you know to do it? The next time that sadness, stay away this weekend from those support groups. Stay away from those Facebook pages that are like, grieving forever. I will grieve you forever. I even post those links, post those memes, because they're true. They're true. But they're not meant to keep you there. They're there to acknowledge the pain. They're there to acknowledge the pain. That's why I post them. When I post one of those memes that says, you know, it's a picture of an ocean or something like that, and it's like, you know, I miss you, Dad, you know, or the one with the chair, Dad, I miss you, I love you. That's a legitimate thing. But when you see that, do the swoosh technique. The moment you start feeling pain, and here's the weird part, it will come and sneak up on you. It will come and sneak up on you. You'll be driving your car, you'll hit it, I don't know. It did to me yesterday. It did to me yesterday. Actually, I'm going to share this with you guys because it'll help you understand. I'm in Port Colborne right now, okay? I'm in Port Colborne. That's where some of our family is. And so we came up to these railway tracks. They're defunct. There's no trains on the tracks. They're dead tracks. It immediately took me back, because I'm in Canada right now, in Ontario. It took me back to St. Thomas, where I used to live. For those of you who may not know the name St. Thomas is where the circus train pulled in, and Jumbo the elephant was hit by the train. Jumbo the elephant, P.T. Barnum's Jumbo the elephant, was hit by a train and killed in St. Thomas, Ontario. I saw the tracks. The tracks took me back to St. Thomas, Jumbo the elephant, and my dad knew, he was a mason, you know, the Shriners. He knew a guy that was an engineer, and illegally, or not illegally, but he wasn't supposed to do it. He gave us a train ride. I had all these memories come back of my dad. They came flooding back. Now, these were all happy memories, so you don't have to use the swoosh technique. But if I was to have a technique of when my dad took his last breath, he died really painfully, what I do is I do the swoosh technique, and I think back to Pinafore Park, where my dad taught me how to play Frisbee when I was like 4 years old. Just have that swoosh technique. And I wore this stupid little matching outfit. I had these black shoes, blue shorts, blue jacket, and a matching blue hat. I looked like an idiot, but my mom used to like to dress me up, as most moms do, to look stupid. You know, you do that with your kids, right? And, you know, I have these wonderful memories. So whenever I feel the pain of my dad's death, that's the swoosh technique that I use. So I immediately train my brain that whenever a sad or bad feeling comes up, that what I do is I switch it to a positive one. Bad, sad, positive. What would my dad want? My dad would want me to be happy. My dad would want me right now to be helping you guys. My dad right now would be saying, Blair, is there anything you can talk to your people about? He died before this technology was invented, but that's what he would want me to do. And I'm doing it, so I'm honoring him. That's what you guys need to do as well, okay? I'll take a couple questions. If anybody has any questions, that's it, guys. So now you know how to do the swoosh technique. If you're joining me late and you're on the live broadcast right now, it's live as I'm recording this, Facebook will then change this into a replay. I would urge you to watch the replay. I've probably rambled a lot, but that's how I am. I want you guys to check into this. I want you to use this technique. It will help you and it will heal you. And you don't need to come to a medium for anything else. Okay? Karen says, I'm going to practice your advice. Janice says, I still cry for my parents. My dad has been gone 18 years. That's what I was talking about before. So you probably would do, Janice, really well with watching the replay again, okay? Jan Hall says, I'm going out with more horses. That's great healing. It would be. Yep. Perfect. Bella, I hit me yesterday after picking up my mom's cremains to the point I had to pull them apart. Well, you just picked up her cremains. So I'm not trying to be funny or facetious here. She just passed away and you picked up her cremains. You know, you're supposed to be hurting and you're supposed to be in pain. Be kind to yourself, okay? Be kind to yourself. Susan Henderson says, is it okay to make a Facebook memorial page of a deceased loved one? My friend had her page converted into a memorial when she passed away. I'm neutral on it. I don't believe in going back and reliving pain. I don't believe in doing that. I don't believe it's healthy. I don't believe it's positive. I don't believe it's good. I don't believe it's what they want. You know, ironically, I'm okay with graveyards. Like if my family wanted to put up a tombstone, I mean, if I was famous enough that maybe they felt it would be good to have one, I'm okay with that, because I go to visit bluesmen's graves, magicians' graves. I do all of that stuff. But I just don't like the thought of people going back week after week after week after week after week after week. Oh, I miss you. Oh, I'm sad. Oh, I miss you. Oh, I'm sad. Stay away from that kind of stuff, okay? Nancy, hi Nancy, good to see you. Focus on smells, dumb or silly things that they said or did. The wonderful journey. Yes, bless you, Nancy. That's exactly what they want for us. If I died today, I just finished talking about my son-in-law, Sean. I was just talking to you guys about this, if you're joining us late, about how we got dropped off at the wrong place in Sedona. And by the way, there's no taxis. Like, Sedona shuts down at nighttime. We walked for 2 hours all across Sedona. We only saw one car and one skunk. It was crazy. But it wasn't fun at the time, but we laugh about it today. That's what I would want him to remember. If I died today, I would want my wife to remember me with that. Did you guys see my picture? I posted it yesterday. My son-in-law has a motorcycle helmet. See, I'm already laughing. That looks like a mirror ball. It's got little tiny mirrors, and it sparkles when you put it on. It's hilarious. And if I was to ride a motorbike, I'm telling you, I'd have one of those. I'd want her to laugh at that. If I died, I'd want that. If I died today, I would want my daughter to remember all the fun stuff that we used to do. Her and I got up to a lot of shenanigans, and we did some real fun stuff. I'd want her to remember that. Not that Dad died by being run over by a car or some disease. I'd want her to remember that stuff. Look at it from their point of view. Look at it from their point of view. You will heal faster. They will be happier with you. And you will drop those blocks. And when you drop those blocks, guess what? When you drop those blocks, the things, the pain, and you start laughing more, and you start thinking of the positive things, you start understanding that they're not dead, they're alive in spirit. When you start that, guess what? Magic happens. What magic happens? Magic, guys. Magic. The magic that happens is they'll start sending you more signs, because they realize that you're ready to get more signs. You're ready to get more signs, and they will send you those signs. I don't think I've been doing this for 40 years. I don't think they'll send you signs. I know they'll send you signs. So what would you like? Would you guys like to be getting more signs without the help of a medium? Yes, Blair, I'd love that. Are you one of those one and done people? Like, do you think you can just do one push-up and be totally fit like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Or do you realize that you're going to have to put in the work? And you can't just do it one and done. You have to keep doing it. Maybe not every single day, but you have to keep doing it. Would you like that? Yeah, Blair. Okay, I'm cool with that. I can do it. Would you like something that's really easy? Yes, Blair, I would like it. If it's easy, that's me. If it's easy, I'm in. Okay, do the swoosh technique. It's not mine. It's not Tony Robbins. It's old. It will work. It will help you. It will heal you. Give that a shot. Give it a shot. You got nothing to lose. You got to do it multiple times, though. And when you do it, what I recommend is anytime that pops into your head, boom, see that positive thought, that fun time that you had with your loved one. And if it comes back again, because those thoughts, when you initially start doing it, will be persistent. Oh, I'm in such pain, Blair. My husband died of cancer and stuff like that. It's like, I remember this funny time when he did this and blah, blah, blah. And then an hour later on, it'll be, boom. Oh my God, that happy thought. And by the way, you don't have to stick to that one. I recommend you stick to one for initially. I keep adding on these little add-ons for you guys, but it's a free bonus for you. Start adding new ones. There's no rule that you have to have one happy memory, but for this weekend, Just this weekend, just stick to one. Just stick to one. Train your brain, train your heart to receive the happiness and joy. Next week, maybe add in another happy thought, or another one, or another one, or another one, and another one. Keep doing that. Folks, it's Canada Day. We got family popping over in just a few minutes. I got a little bit more business I got to take care of. I just wanted to jump on here and pass this on to you, all because actually it was 3 people that just, I don't believe in coincidence. When one person says something, it could just be a fluke. 2 people say something. When 3 people say, you know, talk about your old hypnosis knowledge, this is self-hypnosis. It works. It works. It works. It works. So use it. Do it. Do it all weekend long. When are you going to do it? As soon as those sad memories pop in your head, replace them with a positive one using the swoosh technique. Remember something happy, funny. Do you remember I was talking about the snake? Make it really scary. So pick a really nasty, hurtful, painful memory. And remember the snake? I said switch it with a really funny looking snake. I told you about the one I saw, which was phosphorescent orange, big eyeballs, teeth, tongue hanging out. Oh, I'm going to sneak up on you. Make it something that makes you laugh. It's the same thing. Take that painful memory, swoosh it with a happy thought from your loved one. It's the way to go. My name is Blair Robertson. For those of you who are brand new, I'd urge you to find my name with my picture on it, click on it, and hit the follow button. Follow me if you want some healing, powerful lessons on a regular basis. Click that follow button. You'll be doing yourself a powerful favor. Go over to www.blairrobertson.com. You'll find modeling my tour schedule where I'm going to be live. I also do online sessions. There's none available, but there will be this weekend. I'm going to be posting another one this weekend. And also sign up for my free 5 signs report, the 5 signs your deceased loved ones send you on a regular basis. You just go type in your email. You'll get it right away. I'm Blair Robertson, the world's 2nd greatest psychic medium in the world. I'm not the greatest one because there's like 400 people around the world claiming to be the #1 psychic medium in the world. But nobody's claiming the 2nd position, so I'm taking it, okay? That's just how it is. That's just how it is, okay? I take my subject matter very seriously. If you go look up that picture with me with a stupid helmet, you'll understand that I don't take myself very seriously. I'm here to help you. I'm here to heal you. Love and light to each and every one of you. White light to all of you. Thank you so much. Happy Canada Day. Happy 4th of July. I'll try to drop in a few more times on the weekend, but otherwise, love and light to each and every one of you. Remember, love never dies.